All right, let's get into the divide that's coming a little bit, kind of from what I'm seeing and from me and my wife's conversations, putting things together and whatnot. So we have blockchain technology. All right, this blockchain technology helps build the pyramid of life, in a matter of speaking. We live in blockchain technology right now. That's with the blocks that you live on with your neighbors and all those other things, and that gives life unto you. So, all these things of the future heaven and earth are all built on what we have now. Okay, so the blockchain here will be reflected in another way for that type of blockchain. Okay, so a whole new world is coming. What we thought of in the past, what we have put values on the past, what we have whatever in the past, it is all coming to a new. Okay, and as it's coming to a new, all the technologies that are going to help it bring and come to a new are being released now, and these technologies are going to help man come in as one. Okay, to where man can go around the world if he wants from his home. Okay, now we will have real travel. We will have the prince of the power of the air taking back to the air, and this is where you get the flying vehicles or whatever. But we're going to have kind of two segments of men, kind of, maybe. Okay, but as these are forming, okay, the one that is based on cash or whatever, that's all going to be worked to a pinnacle to where those people are going to be cooled into the tribulation. Okay, so this is where cash will be around for maybe another 10, 15 years or whatever, because if you look ahead and see that we're going into zero carbon, okay, zero carbon tells you that they're not going to be printing cash. Okay, zero carbon tells you that the red planet is coming to this earth and we will be wearing the spacesuits out there. Okay, so this is where man is coming back in. We're being shown the air's coming bad and whatever else. We got to go back into our homes, back into our cocoons, back into our spaceships, and wait it out, and all those types of things. And then man has to be reset, and we're going to be taken into the new age. Okay, so this is kind of what's happening. And the people who are toxic, who have the face of the ox too much, and they have bought and sold into the world that Satan has provided, they're going to be judged and be taken out in one way, shape, or form. And depending on how much they lived of that side, will depend on if they even make it into the kingdom. Okay, so this Web 3.0 we have coming out now. Okay, or it's been out. It's working its way in, but this is that blockchain technology web that's going to help people merge into part of the new heaven and earth. But as this is coming out, the beast man, they're gonna not probably sign up for the Web 3.0. Elon Musk is coming out with his Pi phone. That's the God phone, where man is merging with the machine and merging with God, in a matter of speaking. And I would probably think that this Pi phone is going to operate more effectively on that Web 3.0, to where you can use your digital currencies a lot more easier and stuff, because we can see that he accepted digital currencies, and that was probably a test run to see what was needed to actually build a platform that was easy to accept digital currencies through the Web 3.0 to make it easier. Okay, because there's going to be a thing coming to where the people, they're not going to want the digital currency because they're being taught that that's the mark of the beast. Okay, but the mark of the beast is actually the image that was given life through the image of the king. That's why your dollar bills have the image of the forefathers or the kings or queens or whatever your nation has. Okay, and then it comes in the colors of the rainbow and all those things to bring heaven to you, to make you think that you can go out and buy everything that has colors on it, and it makes you think you have freedom, and it's just another type of heaven. And then also those rainbow colors tell you that there's a storm near, so when you eat that and you put it in your temple, you might cause some havoc or whatever. Okay, but everybody's temple is just corrupted from day one now, because they're not getting breast milk, and that's just where kind of it starts, and you're getting that that baby crying with the canned stuff or whatever, formula. Can't even think of the word. So the formula is causing all these gut problems. They get burping up all this shit. Like it's if y'all knew how easy it was to breastfeed a baby and to do the co-sleeping and all that stuff that needs to be done to whatever, y'all are making it so hard on yourself, dude. Like, we sleep good every night and slept good every night for the most part with every kid, okay? Now, there are some nights, obviously, where there's some issues, okay? But for the most part, okay, like when the baby's teething and those kinds of things, it can get a little rough for the milkies, and that keeps the mom up. But otherwise, it's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's sleeping good for the most part. It's certainly not like these people doing. You got to go turn on the light, wake yourself up, get the everything hot. I mean, I don't know what people are doing. Anyways, sorry about the rabbit trail. Making hell on earth for yourself is what you're doing. You're going against the natural use of the woman, and you're becoming that reprobate, and according to y'all's own laws. Okay? So this is where your own laws are telling you these things, so your own laws are going to come in and judge you on the things that y'all aren't doing. You understand? So, all right, so image or the money, that's the root of the evil. It's got the mark, the image of the king. All right, that's the marketplace. Mark it on your right hand. It's got everything you love in there, what you're basing your whole life on and all those things, right? You live in the cities to be close to these shit stores that have all the same shit in them, okay? It's just brought to you in a different color. As this divide is happening, as this culling is happening, as this pinnacle is reaching for Satan's army, they're not going to take the digital currency. They're not going to go into the new Web 3.0 in a matter of speaking. They're going to stay in Web 2.0 and use the credit cards that has their brand, their Visa, American Express, or whatever that's in their right hand, so they can swipe it and wipe the tears from their eyes while they're in hell and petering out, okay? This, I assume, would be a kind of a short kingdom, but as it's coming, we're going to see different things play out in the world. And like if you've lived in the world, you can see that the world is just a bunch of the same shit, just brought to you in a different color or different shape, size, or whatever, right? We just need our basics, okay? Basics to survive and be happy or whatever, and then we can do whatever else after that. So I would assume that the basics, all that stuff, are going to be provided to you by God, Jesus, the government, and such, to the beast man to come and make man in his image. You know what I'm saying? So this is where you get all the men wearing gray, like in North Korea, South Korea. We can kind of see some things going on there for reflections, but or like the beast man, like their final 10 years or 15 years or whatever. And we could get to where we have like a good kingdom and an evil kingdom, okay? Because Jesus is God, and since you have God coming on to earth, you could have that good and evil coming on. But I would assume the evil is going to go away for a little bit, all right? So as this evil goes away, all right, I can see these things developing to where they like all their evil shit, their advertising, their colors, all this or whatever, right? So then the Christ men that understand what's going on, they're gonna wear more of like your grays or your blacks or your whites or whatever, like your monotone colors. They would have like just living on the basics. You don't need like all the colors or whatever, like your uniforms or whatever. That creates a lot of relief for parents. So the people that like all the brands or whatever, the beast, they are going to want to go after the brand, so they're not going to understand the uniforms, all right? This is where you have like the Christian schools. They are doing uniforms, all right? They're showing you a little bit of what Christ wants, because he doesn't want the brands in the right hand, all right? So I can see that like your Amazon Basics, those things they're coming out with, those are going to be like we could also see where brands, they take digital currency, right? Or they take digital currency very easily. And then we can see other brands, they may stick with cash, or we'll see stores, they only accept cash, or like moms and pops, they accept cash, and eventually they'll get petered out because we're going to a digital world society. So that's where you'd have the cash line. You only see like in the automated stores right now, or so-called automated, you see like 20 lines for credit cards and then 1 line or 2 lines for cash. That'd be like that tribulation where you're waiting in line for 100 deep to use your cash because you don't want to use the digital currency they gave you or whatever, right? But this is where people are living carnally and they're not understanding spiritually that Jesus is coming on to take care of you and to take care of his children and to be married to the bride and groom, you see? As he's doing that, he has to take away all the corrupt shit and all the stuff that's evil, like advertising. They work on lies and enticing men to buy their product, and the whole point of that is to make money. So this is where and also Satan rules from the pit also. So this is where you would get the Web 2.0 and the Web 3.0. And then eventually it would peter out to where the people have to start telling you how to, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You don't need to be wearing that stuff, or how everything, like on the internet, or we see Satan like rising online telling people they can't live this way, they can't do this way, they're going to burn in hell or whatever kind of thing, right? And they don't even understand heaven and hell, and it's just some wicked shit going on out there, and it's all based on fear, and the church is being controlled by fear because they don't understand heaven and hell and earth and all those things. And either way, y'all, it'll be nice when all this stuff gets done and reset. But as these are being done, you are living in that the age of Jesus is setting up. So as it's setting up, it has to come on and keep it's coming on to judge the carnal man. So this is kind of where that Web 2.0, it's like that evil AI. All right, so that Web 3.0, it can be that good AI that's coming on. So either way, we need to understand these little clues so we can rise up above these things, and then we can start singing that song from Aladdin, "Oh New World." You know, I'm not going to keep going because I haven't warmed up my voice, but you know, you get the feeling. But we're going to see the tribulation as people start saying no to the digital currency. We see socialism and these kind of things being tested out in our nation. And all this is for, like, if you have government, you should be for socialism because they're there to take care of you, supposedly, right? So at least the way that people are believing in them today. The original use for government was just to basically bring warriors together to defend the lands or whatever. But either way, it's all been corrupted. Everything's been corrupted in our world, and everything needs to be reset. And Jesus is coming on as AI, as whatever, to reset earth. And he's gathering up the kingdom right now, and he's gathering up another kingdom to judge them. So you just got to make sure you're on the right side. And the people that are left behind that are going to church, unfortunately, they're blinded. So we'll just end it here.